Lesson 66, import os.get current working directory, and I get h:python3. And I say os.change directories to dbio. I key in os get current working directory, and it tells me your current working directory is dbio. OS, would you do me a favor? Sure, would you tell the system to make a directory called bio2? I got a 0 back. That means it did it. Let's go check. I'll check in Windows. I go to D:, and I look for bio, and there it is. Bingo, it's done. Import OS. Give me a directory of everything that's in the OS module. And there they are, the parade of hits. But it's a big mess. Ooh, yucky poo. So let's make it look neat. For in directory os : print I. It gives me a very nice listing. It's neater. Next thing, import glob. The glob. Glob.glob. Of everything that starts with st star and ends with .py. And it does it. st. But it looks messy, of course. So for in glob.glob, and here's my st star.py, print I. And a nice little column is printed out. Very neat. Now let's rename a file. shutil. I want you to copy a file. And I wrote rename file. I'm fired. This is going to copy a file. Whoops. Copy a file. shutil.copyfile. Copy whatever's in kpy to k1.py. All right? And I don't know what that is doing over here. Oh, no. And that's it. And K1 is the result. Now, it didn't rename the original, just copied it to here. Now let's actually rename. And so we have two files, student K, py, and student K1. shutil, yes, would you move student K.py to student K1.py. So it does. It's a fancy way of saying rename it. Now, from datetime, import date. Import date from the datetime module. Okay. So now I can refer to date without saying datetime.date. So date of today is assigned to now. Now, and hit enter. I get datetime.date is 2013-821. So that's August 21, 2013. That's when I did this. Wow. Now, I want to get the time. I want to get the freaking time in string format. So %m, %d, %y translates to month, day, year, MDY. And it prints out 8/21/13. Now I want to get the freaking time in string format of today. So I put %a, I get Wednesday. And that's what it is. Today is Wednesday. Well, when this was done. End of 66. Now, let's go to 67. I'm going to make a dictionary. I'm going to pickle it, which means I'm going to write it to the disk as a file. I'm going to open it back up, load back in the data, and display it. Pickle is to write it to the disk as a file. So I got to import pickle. Make a variable called DOW. Lunes, Monday, Martes, Tuesday. There's my dictionary. Pickle? Yes. I want you to dump whatever is in DOW to this file. Oh, I didn't make the file. Oh, handler. Oh, I'll open it now. Open up a file called boole.p, yes, for writing, and it's binary. Okay, I got to do it that way. Fine. And look, there's my file. It just made it. Boole.p. All right. Now, someone else on the other side of the world, because I emailed this to them, that file to them. So what do I do? What does he do? He imports pickle. Then he says DDOW is a variable name. Any variable name will do. Pickle, yes. Load up a file. Well, what file? Well, open up boole.p that I was sent in the email for reading, and it's binary. Okay. And it does it, and assigns it to who? DDOW. So DDOW, hit enter, and bada bing, bada bang, bada boom, you got your dictionary data. There it is. Ah, I'm going to pickle over you, they say. Oh, we're out of the pickle. All right, now import OS 68. Import OS. OS, yes. I want you to tell the system to do something. What do you want me to tell it to do? Start pbrush. And oh, when you start him up, go to the H drive and you'll find that file. Load him in. And he does. Just like that. OS, yes. Tell the system to do the following. Start. The system's smart enough to start a program. It can start that program just by me giving it the file name, the BMP file. It knows that pbrush opens that up. It'll open it up automatically. And it does it. Wow. Still works. OS system. OS, tell the system to do the following. Start a file, and here's the location and name of the file. It's a PDF file, and it does it. There we go. It opens up the PDF editor, puts this bad boy in. I scroll through them a little bit. That's the end of 68. Here's the beginning of 69. We're going to make ourselves a SharePoint for network access. We're going to connect to that share using a TCP IP address. Then we're going to list out the files contained therein. Wow. Let's do it. So we open up a directory called testy, T-E-S-T-Y. It has 3 files, and that's our bad boy. We're going to right-click on testy, and we get this menu here. After we right-click on them, we go down to where it says sharing and security. Click on that, we come to this screen. Wow. And we're interested in this guy, sharing. We click on sharing. We go down to the middle part, and it says share this folder on the network. That's what it says right there. So I select this guy right here. Then it says testy by default because I right-clicked on the testy directory. That'll show up there. And that's it. I click on apply and then OK. And we're done. We made a SharePoint for network access. We are done with that. Now, let's do this. Connect to that share using a TCP IP address. Here's how we do it. I import OS. Then I say OS list out the contents of the following directory. / 127.0.0.1 / testy. That's it. The address and the IP address and the SharePoint. Assign that to X. I key in X, hit enter, and bam, I get all the contents of that SharePoint. Wow. For I in X, this X, print out the contents of I, each I. And it makes it really nice and neat for me. Now, list out the files contained therein. Oops, done. End of 69. Beginning of 70. I'm now going to add write privileges to the share. Then I'm going to create a file over the network address of 127.0.0.1. Then I'm going to put data into that file. Then I'm going to close the file, and then I'm going to check the file. Here we go. Add write. How do we do that? We're going to add write privileges. Okay, here we go. I right-click on testing. I go down to sharing and security. I come to here. I click on the sharing tab, and I select this guy right there. What is this guy right there? Too hard to see. It says make it bigger. Allow network users to change my files. And I checked it. Yes. This gives you write privileges. So click on apply. And then OK. And it's done. You now have write privileges to that share. That simple. Now, let's create a file over the network using Python. First thing, import OS. Okie dokie, done. Now, OS, would you list out all the directory, the files in the directory located here, 127.0.0.1, and that's the name of the share. Assign that to X. He does. Then I key in X, hit enter, and there are all the files. Wow. Done. Wow. F is the name of the variable. No, X was the name of the variable that contained all those files. Now, I'm going to open up one of those files in testy called poem.txt. Oh, wait, poem.txt is not there. So I better not try and open him up for reading. I'll get an error. He can't read what's not there. I'm going to open him up for writing. If I open him up for writing and he's not there, he's going to create him. So open up this file that's located here in this, I lost a few characters there, in that SharePoint. Again, in that SharePoint, open up this file for writing in this SharePoint in this IP address. Open that up and assign that to F. Okay, now I can address this file as F. Shortcut. And if I open up the h:testy directory, I can see there's my file called home.txt. And notice he has 0K in it, nothing. I'm going to change that now. F, write the following to that file. What file? The file that F is assigned to. Poem.txt up here. Okay. Write the following. How now? Brown cow. Wow. That is poetry. That is worthy of Shakespeare. Well, this is now going to put data into that file. It's going to write data into that file. That's the number of characters, 18. It automatically gives me that. Then I close the file. Now I want to check it. So I go to that directory and I double click on poem.txt and there it is. How now, brown cow. And that brings me to the end of 66 through 70 summary. Thanks so much for listening. This is George Boole. Bye-bye now.